Bless Me Ultima by Rodolfo Anaya. It is because good is always stronger than evil. Always remember that, Antonio. The smallest bit of good can stand against all the powers of evil in the world, and it will emerge triumphant. Bless Me Ultima is about a child named Antonio who lives in Guadalupe, New Mexico, with his family and an old healer who helps around in the community, named Ultima. There is a feud between his father's side of the family, who is the Mareses, and his mother's side of the family, which are the Lunas. The feud brings up issues with Antonio. His brothers have already chosen the life of the Mareses. Antonio is expected to become a priest and become what his mother believes he should be.
Antonio's mother happens to be a very religious Catholic, but Antonio himself questions about his belief in God. Since Antonio is starting religious study for his first Holy Communion, he has good time spending it with Ultima and learning from her. In the novel, Antonio witnesses a murder, which was a soldier named Lupita. His killer happens to be Antonio's father. Antonio begins to worry that God will punish his father for murdering a man. He begins to think about good and evil in the world, about sin, death, and hell. There are multiple times in the book where Antonio's Catholic beliefs interfere with his judgment. His family goes through many conflicts in the novel, but what happens with Ultima? Who is she, and what's her role in this book?
Bless Me Ultima seems to have some controversy around it. The book appears many times on multiple lists of banned books all over the United States. The problem around it is that parents from schools complain about some articles that the book contained. They complained that it included having profanity, vulgar references, intense Spanish words, being too violent, having witchcraft, sexual references, being anti-Catholic, and containing death. States with the high schools which banned the book are California, Texas, New York, Colorado, and Idaho for these such reasons.
The book Bless Me Ultima deals with self-identity. Antonio deals with questioning the world around him and his beliefs. The theme of the book helps people in high school because often teens question their own identity. We end up figuring out who we are, and that's how we end up to develop into a person. High school is a time where teens are growing up and evolving into an adult. Banned books contain themes that can relate to people's and their everyday life. There are many themes, like in Bless Me Ultima, the theme is self-identity. There's also good and evil, love, survival, coming of age, and many more. Themes such like this are able to help us to go through our everyday experience as people.